You may know Albert Einstein as the physicist who taught us the theory of relativity. Or maybe you know him as that guy who created that formula E=mc2 that proved matter can be turned into energy. Einstein wasn't always considered a genius. He actually felt quite isolated growing up, partly due to his speech challenges. While studying alone, it wasn't until 1905 that Einstein published papers that began his famous theory of relativity. His theory was confirmed after a solar eclipse in 1919, and he went on to win the Nobel Prize in physics in 1921. As Hitler rose to power and the Nazis took over in his homeland of Germany, Einstein immigrated to the United States in 1933 after accepting a position at Princeton's Institute of Advanced Study. Einstein was both Jewish and German-born. He used his voice throughout his career to speak out against racism and nationalism. Einstein was offered the presidency position of Israel as he neared the end of his life, but he declined due to his lack of people skills. He died just a few years later in 1955, but remains one of the most known scientists to date. Ironically, after struggling with his speech and social skills, he became one of the most quoted figures of all time in all areas: imagination, life skills, science, and creativity. These Albert Einstein quotes are thought-provoking and inspirational. Similar to these Ruth Bader Ginsburg quotes, the words of Albert Einstein will give you all the feels. And if you're looking for even more revelation, check out these uplifting quotes that will stay with you for a long time. Learn from yesterday, live for today, hope for tomorrow. The important thing is not to stop questioning. He who can no longer pause to wonder and stand wrapped in awe is as good as dead. His eyes are closed. A happy man is too satisfied with the present to dwell too much on the future. Strive not to be a success, but rather to be of value. I speak to everyone in the same way, whether he is the garbage man or the president of the university. Imagination is more important than knowledge. Knowledge is limited. Imagination encircles the world. We cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them. I am enough of an artist to draw freely upon my imagination. Imagination is more important than knowledge. Knowledge is limited. Imagination encircles the world. The most beautiful experience we can have is the mysterious. The important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existence. Few are those who see with their own eyes and feel with their own hearts. I believe in standardizing automobiles. I do not believe in standardizing human beings. A man should look for what is, and not for what he thinks should be. I am by heritage a Jew, by citizenship a Swiss, and by makeup a human being, and only a human being, without any special attachment to any state or national entity whatsoever. Great spirits have always encountered violent opposition from mediocre minds. I believe in intuitions and inspirations. I sometimes feel that I am right. I do not know that I am. My passion for social justice has often brought me into conflict with people, as has my aversion to any obligation and dependence I did not regard as absolutely necessary. A person who never made a mistake never tried anything new. Try not to become a man of success, but rather try to become a man of value. The greatest scientists are artists as well. Science can flourish only in an atmosphere of free speech. It occurred to me by intuition, and music was the driving force behind that intuition. My discovery was the result of musical perception. I would teach peace rather than war. I would inculcate love rather than hate. I have no special talent. I am only passionately curious. My passion for social justice has often brought me into conflict with people, as has my aversion to any obligation and dependence I did not regard as absolutely necessary.